Try. If you try.
Hey now, hey to the now. What's going on, people? Shondo's around the building. Shondo's in the chat. What is going on, people? We are here. We are here. I thank you all for being here with us today. Um, anyway, what's going on, Nappy Child? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Chocolate Bay? Everyone in the building. Y'all know every now and again we have these special lives. Special. Y'all know I done got spiffied up. I got on a collar shirt today. What y'all know about that? Y'all know if I have on a collared shirt, you're trying to, class it up a little bit. Class it up a little bit. Anyway, y'all, we are here today for an interview. As you all know, I have been reviewing the YouTube reality show Real Life and Philanthropy. And I am pleased to have one of the members of the cast on the show with us here today, who thought it not robbery enough to be here and talk with me and dish out all the dirt and give us the tea and so forth. So we are certainly pleased to have him with us today. Give me a thumbs up in the background, sir, when you are ready. All right. And with that, let me bring up none other than Jamie. For those of you who don't know him, this is Jamie from the show Real Life and Philanthropy, the YouTube reality show. He is here to talk with us, to let me frolic in his underwear. And no, I'm not frolicking in his underwear. No, we're not doing it. Even though we do that here in the bar. But we gonna get up in his drawers and ask him some good questions and stuff like that, and have a good time. We're gonna have a great laugh, a great time, get to the bottom of some things, find out some stuff, and we'll go on from there. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. I'm great. It's another day, another dollar. So I'm great. Great.
I
I'm
hear
glad.
you. I hear
I'm glad to be
you.
here. I've been watching your review, so I'm glad to be here.
Oh wow! I always get afraid when people from shows watch my reviews because they say that I am brutal. They say that I am harsh. They say that I am abrasive, and I think that I'm the nicest reviewer out there. But anyway, really, oh man. All right. Anyway, now that we done got relaxed and everything, since we talked about your draws and all of that stuff, see, that's how we relax. You start off straight to Final Jeopardy, and that makes everything easier. Everything else is easier. Um, but anyway, how are you this evening though? It's a lot of storms here in the Atlanta area. Our power has been going in and out. Uh,
I'm good. Yeah, I'm here at work, but our car was like,
yeah, just prepare yourself. It's torrential downpours outside, so just prepare yourself.
oh, Lord.
Um, so I always and I've done several interviews at this point. One of the first things that I always ask people to do is give me your Wikipedia blurb. When you Google anyone's name, The first thing that comes up over on the right hand side is a little blurb, a little paragraph that gives you a brief description of who or what that person is. It's the Wikipedia blurb that comes up first. What does your Wikipedia blurb say right now, May 4th, 2020, about Jamie?
You want the
I know
professional
that's
one,
a
or
hard
you
question.
want, huh?
That's a hard question, I know.
You want the professional one, or you want
I want whatever
the
you want to
real
give.
one?
Whatever you want to give.
um,
Whatever, yeah, whatever you want to be known for now. Hey, Be
oh,
Heard.
be known for. Oh, be known for. Okay. Well, I mean, if we gonna go the more professional, then we gonna since we talking about draws, then we gonna take it down to the other side. But
Okay.
Jamie Allen, prep advocate. That's the more professional one. The one that describes me right about now, Jamie Allen, looking for a drink, a cocktail. Um, yeah, and that's about that right now. That's what I'm currently feeling.
You need a drink and a cocktail.
Uh huh.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. I ain't gonna listen. I'm gonna let you have. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from? Where did you go to school? What do you do?
Yeah. So, Jamie Allen, originally from Brooklyn, New York. I
What part of Brooklyn? The zoo.
Flatbush, East Flatbush. Yep.
Okay.
Avenue all day. I've been in Georgia for about I want to say five
Production
years,
is
I
here.
think. Hmm.
Watch what you say. Ready to claw your eyeballs out. Production is here.
Hey y'all. Um, been here about 5 years. Um, I went to school I did my undergrad and I studied just the general studies, and then I found my way to loving public health, which is what I'm mostly known for, as I say, HIV awareness, those type of things, infectious
What school did
diseases.
you attend?
So undergrad was Savannah State University.
So
Grad. Hmm.
I say Savannah State. There's a lot of military in that area.
Yeah, yeah. There's about I think two military bases or
You was
something. One
frolicking
down the
in
state
the
of.
barracks?
Hmm.
Were you frolicking in the barracks, sir?
You know, college was a fun time in my life. I experienced a lot while in college. That one specifically. But then I went on to pursue my master's in public health, um, both at Howard and Morehouse School of Medicine.
So you went to Howard and Morehouse after you graduated from Savannah State. Come on, credentials. So
Yeah,
please,
I think a lot of people don't know about it, but yeah, that's
the
me.
young man is credentialed. He has several degrees. Okay, he is credentialed. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. As a credential holder myself, I ain't mad at it. Um. Okay, and somebody asked, "Is Savannah State an HBCU?" It absolutely is an HBCU. Um.
Absolutely is.
My boy Shannon Sharp went to Savannah State. Who
Yes, he did.
NFL tight end Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp went to Savannah State. Um, so I know that you talked about on the show in the very beginning the fact that you were in a fraternity, and somebody asked about that in the chat. Can you tell us about this fraternity stuff?
Yes. So, yeah, so I currently am the chapter president of Joseph R. Usman Fraternity Incorporated here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so we are the nation's first gay fraternity, or first fraternity for gay, bi, and progressive men of color. Founded in 1985. And so, yeah,
You said
uh,
85 or 95?
1985.
Okay,
Yeah, and
okay,
so I've been in this I've I think 8 years now, and I've
okay.
my
Uh,
beloved
okay.
fraternity.
as a member of a fraternity, the greatest fraternity in the world, I'm sorry that you cannot be a member of that fraternity, and it's okay. It's okay. You know,
What
everybody can't
fraternity
be a
is that?
member of my fraternity, but you know,
What
that's what.
fraternity is that?
Listen, do we really need to ask? I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity
Oh,
Incorporated.
I gotta go. Where am I?
That's fine. You can pick up all your things and go on our own. The noops, we can do it on our own. Trust and believe. Anyway, that's a little frat humor. You know how those things go. You know. Those, anyway, so that's a little show. Just so you know, yes, he may be surrounded by a whole lot of people who do a whole lot of nefarious things on the show. However, the young man is degreed. He's a credential holder. He is a member of a fraternity. He has a career, not a job. Career. Hey, really be. Um, and I know y'all excuse a little bit of the audio. He's still at work, so he might be on his he might have an Apple phone that he's using. Don't fault him for that, okay? Because Apple phones are pretty much trash. And so it's okay though. It's okay because my Android here is working beautifully. But well, like you know what I'm saying. Just
I'm gonna
want to
be
give
nice on your show. This is your show, so I'm gonna be nice on your show. But that's the second strike, Cal.
that's the second strike. Okay, I got one more in me. I'm gonna say that one more for a good. Say that for a good one. I get three. I'm gonna say the third one for a good one. We're gonna get a good one. All right. So let's talk about the show. Let's go on to the show. How did you get on the show? How did you get chosen for the show? Where did you find out that there was a show coming?
So funny thing. So I saw an ad in two places on social media. One of them being Facebook, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I said, well, it's just not for me. And then I was on Jack one night.
Oh, oh, oh! Did you say Jack? Oh, come on, Jack.
I was
Do
on
tell.
Jack one night. For those who don't know what Jack is, look it up, do your research.
Oh, they know what Jack.
JACK.
Trust my channel. They know what it is.
But I was on that one night and not on the advertisement, and I was like, "This is a really a really cool way of like getting your stuff out there to your viewers and stuff like that." And I was like, "Okay, well, not for me." Then one of my friends sent it to me. He was like, "Jamie, I hear about this opportunity about people in philanthropy, like." We consider you a philanthropist and all this other stuff. I'm like, but I don't do reality TV, so there's that. And so one of my best friends was like, Jamie, just try it. I said, okay. If I'm gonna apply, if I get in, great. If I don't, whatever. So I applied, and then Greg, the producer, actually got back in contact with me. Actually, maybe not even a week later, we had to do like audition videos, basically saying who we are, where we're from, what realm in philanthropy. Or well, we weren't playing with philanthropy at the time. The idea was like nonprofit giving back thing. Just giving like our experience with that, and from
Hey,
there,
Malik.
uh, hey Malik, hey hun, um,
Mm-hmm. Waiting for Malik to come around for his. That's a whole nother story. We'll get to Malik a little later. Go
yeah.
ahead.
So
So let me
you
hold on.
know,
Let's pause. Let me make sure I got this right. You was on Jack perusing,
oh
and in the
Lord,
middle
we go.
you seeing somebody. Maybe production is cute. I haven't seen production because that's why it's production. They say behind the camera. Production might be cute and stuff, but in the middle of you seeing cute production, you said, "Oh, you need a show too." So you see, something had to make you click on it. It
So let
wasn't
me.
that. Oh, come be on
So
real life
no,
philanthropy. Production probably was right into the flow, probably was cute. And you said, let me click on this, and then say, oh, he want a show too. Okay, I might could get with that. I'm just saying. Is that how that went?
So I didn't contact production on Jack, but the advertisement was free on the profile, and so it was just like it was literally the same advertisement that I saw on Facebook, just on a
When we get to the
profile.
after show, wait a minute. When we get to the after show when the live goes off and it's just me and you like we was in the pre-show. When we get to the after show, we talk about all that in the after show. Don't worry, we got the after show. We go look at all these chat to captions and stuff like that. I can do it. I can do it on our show. We get to the after show. We'll talk about anyway. No, but seriously though. So you saw the ad. You went in. You did your uh casting couch, interviews or auditions and so forth. And and that went and were there several rounds of this? Were you immediately chosen for this?
So uh, I can talk about this because he talked about it before. So there was a group of people that were chosen initially, and so that was like the group that we were gonna go with, and then what's the girl name? Corona. She happened, and then everything shut down with production. And so production sent everybody a message saying, "Hey, this is what's going on due to the pandemic, yada yada yada." Maybe a month or so later, we got back in contact with us and said, "Hey, we're gonna regroup. It looks like things are fine. This way, we open back up." And then a group of people came. Well, not completely new. Some people were not in that second group. And so yeah.
Mm. So we got Malik over here throwing shots from the chat. Malik, when you come on for your interview, sir, sir, we can talk
What am I
all.
saying? Can I do this
I've
chat?
already we done already reached out to Malik for an interview, and Malik, is dodging us in between, all that video stuff like that. Still, Malik
Not
say
casting
everybody
out.
was casted from Jack pretty much except him. Maybe they got you from the OnlyFans, Malik. I know that.
I don't know that to be. Look, I don't know that to be true. That was not my experience.
All right, so let's talk about this show. Now, I will be honest with you. If we're talking about this show,
Mhm.
it's more mess and less
Mhm.
philanthropy. And I think some of it is not just because it was from Jax, but I think some of the people that are on this show sometimes they have aspirations of being philanthropic, but they're not
Mhm.
actually participating in that world or in that realm or in that field. And so I think that's where you were already doing that. So I think that's where someone like you helps, uh, legitimize a lot of what's going on because you are one of the few people that's actually in that realm that's actually doing the business of philanthropy and so forth. So when you first got around these people, y'all started to get around and you met these people for the first time and you looked around, what was your first thought to your head? Be honest, what was the first thought? When you looked around at the cast of characters that the band of merry men that was chosen, what did you say?
Whew. So, have you seen
you don't
Mortal
got
Kombat?
you know, you can
No,
say like
no. Have you seen Mortal Kombat? Like the new movie, the the latest one, the one that was just released.
which movie?
Uh oh.
I think we lost you for a little bit. I know it's a lot of rain and stuff here in Atlanta. What movie was that?
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, I've seen the new Mortal Kombat movie. Yes.
Okay. So, do you remember when they brought the rain?
Mhm.
The group, and he stood up and he was like, "This is what you brought me."
So basically, what you're saying is, when you first met them, you thought that this was about to be Mortal Kombat. We had to step into the
No, but
octagon.
wait, no. Let me bring it all back. I didn't know what to. I really didn't know what to expect, like meeting them. But when I met everybody at, like, because when I initially met everybody, we were at Henry's, and so when I walked in, um, it was a lot going on. It was like a lot of in your face, like a lot of like talking in your face, a lot of like loudness, and I'm like, what did I sign up for? So, but after meeting the people, meeting the group of guys, I was like, some people I can met, some people, we gonna, you know, and we gonna keep it moving. But initially, I didn't know what I was walking into.
Well, we in it now. Let's get straight down to find it. We're here now. We're talking about this. We in now.
Oh
Who
Lord,
don't
here
you
we
see it?
go. Let's go.
We here.
I'm all
This
in. Hmm.
the season is already filmed. The reunion is already filmed. People that already got fought and got drugged. You know what I'm saying? From the looks of it. Who don't you see it for?
Who don't I see it for on the cast?
Hmm.
So I think I genuinely don't have an issue with anybody on the cast, to be quite honest. But let me finish. But if there were people that I wouldn't like hang around, or I don't hang around, or I don't talk to every day, or at all, it would probably just be Apollo.
Oh. Well, see, I thought
And
Apollo wasn't in the show anymore because I remember Apollo was in the first like 3 episodes, and then we didn't see him no more. And then magically he's in the reunion, and so I thought he was kicked off the show like Zay, because I
oh,
heard they got
I,
kicked off the show too.
well, I'm speaking generally, like with the entire, it would be him. But yeah, that's
Mm.
it. And
That's
Carrie.
interesting. I didn't get well. I mean, he does give me messy. He does give me that. Well, why do you say Apollo though?
So Apollo do some stuff like he sometimes he'll stir the pot, knock it over, and look back and be like, "Who did that?" And I'm like, "Girl, you did. You told me when you was gonna do it." What do you mean? And then when it's confronted, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes he's up for the confrontation. So with some people, it's just like, "Oh no, I ain't do that. I ain't say that." Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then he really turned back on people who were out there caring for him and helping him, and that I can get with.
So he was a shit starter. Now, watching this show, some people would say that would be Jerome. To me, Jerome is the shit starter. Jerome is the one who stirs the pot, and then he let Gerald go out there and just ran. What I'm saying, Jerome be over here plotting and getting shit all started. He'll, disturb the hornet's nest, and then here come all the little Gerald hornets coming out to sting. I mean, it was the
Um,
$2. It was the $2 lotto
you
scratch
know,
off. Sitting down there in that doggone lawn chair in the middle of your living room with the $2 scratch off ticket. Like, girl, what in the middle of the party? It was. Mom was over there scratching them $2 scratch off. She had like a whole roll too. I said, "Who she stole these $2 scratch offs from?" Girl, Mom was over there scratching for her life, honey, on them $2 scratch off. Just on a week, just hoping and praying to get her $20 because you ain't gonna win no more than $20 off a $2 scratch off. You might win $20. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. So you say Apollo, you don't see it for. No, girl, it was the $2. Girl, I know it was a can of 11 sit down somewhere over on the side of a can of Four Locos was sitting over there on the side. Shit, it might have wasn't it one in the little cup holder because she had one of them lawn chairs in the middle of her living room that looked like a cow with the little cup holder and stuff. But y'all want to talk about Malik House and what the hell he got in his house? They ain't had no furniture in that house where Gerald was. Gerald ain't had no furniture in that damn house. Anyway, back to our regular schedule. I'm sorry, I had a little moment. I remember. You know I ain't lying. Tell me I ain't lying.
What's the next question?
The next question, sir, since you want to go there, then let's go there. What's up with Gerald and Jerome? What is their deal? Why are they so? Because everybody watching the show said, listen, I just can't with Gerald and Jerome. I just can't. Are they really like that in person? Like, are they really that person? Because they are so unlikable on this show. And I don't know editing. I don't know if that's, production making them out to be the villains, because that does happen on certain shows. But they are just genuinely unlikable on the show. And I just want to know, are they like that in person? Is what we see on the show what really happened in real life?
So I think with this show, like a lot of shows, we only get like a snapshot of people's lives, right, and how they are. And so, and Gerald knows this, Jerome knows this too, and I tell everybody in that knows. Like when we first met, when Jerome, and I first met, I didn't see it for those. I was like, y'all not my cup of tea. I just didn't. But like I reached out to Gerald first, and I was like, hey, let's hang out, go lunch or something and talk, because if we're gonna be around each other, I need to know who I'm dealing with, And so we were talking, we hit it off, not instantly. We actually didn't get closer until maybe mid-season. And that's when we started, that's when we got closer. And then Jerome soon after is when he and I started building a friendship. But to answer your question, no, honestly, they are people that you kind of have to get to know. They're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but they're not like that. I mean, they, for the most part, like when they start mess and stuff like that. Now that kind of, you can't really, whatever with that. But for the most part, no, they are really lovable people. You just have to try to get to know them.
Well, I think production is
Mr. America, has to answer.
But and my other question is, we got all of these stylists and models and this, that, and the third. When you first met Gerald, did you get model? Because when I first saw Gerald on screen and I saw some of these fashions at it, I was like, wait,
and this is that's how to say it. Who said he was a model? Because I remember him saying that.
That's what he say he is. He say he's a model and fashion. I know he said he was a model. I knew that. And
I know his IG name is like boss model, but like I don't remember him saying that he's a model. But like, I know his IG name is boss model. But I don't remember him saying that he was a model.
Oh, he said it on the show. Oh, trust and believe. The chat will correct now. It's a chat. Who watched this show?
Please let me see. But no,
in the chat, put a 27 in the chat if he said he was a model on the show. Put a 1 in the chat if he didn't say he was a model on the show. Watch the 27s. No, he said and then because I said on my review, I said, girl, what are you modeling? Girl, what are you modeling? Girl, I don't know. I vividly remember. I could be wrong. I'll wait for the people in the chat that watch the show to let me know. Anyway, see, B.R. Burns came right out. Yep, 27. He said it. Dappy Child said 27. He said it on the show.
I need to go back and rewatch.
I like Malik. Malik is
I
overseas.
need to go back and rewatch it.
See, Jason Cole said
I know
he
Malik
was
was gone, and
Apollo's.
that's why I'm pulling up the chat. Mm. Yeah, he
The
has some
chat.
cute pieces though. He does have cute pieces. He does cute
Hey,
pieces.
Ash. So, were you there that day that they were at Apollo's dad's house? Is that his real father or his gay father? When they was at that house, and he didn't tell the man, and the man kicked all y'all air production out because he was like, "Remember that? Were
So
you there?
so so I
Were you
wasn't there for the kicking out. I was there for the kicking out part. I came a little later.
What's good, Ashton? We got
But by
Ashton
the
from
time
Real Hot Boys in the chat.
wait, what happened?
No, I say Ashton said hi from Real Hot Boys Houston.
Hey, but yeah, I wasn't there for the kicking out part. I pulled up a little later. At that time, when I pulled up, I saw Apollo going back towards the house, and you could tell he was upset. And so I'm looking at Gerald like, what's going on? He's like, "Child, we'll talk about it." And so I'm like, okay. And so immediately after I get out, I'm like what's going on? They said that it's Apollo's gay dad or former gay dad. I don't think they communicate anymore. I don't know. From what I was told, they don't communicate anymore. But it was his gay dad, and then so there was a part where he went to the church, donated some clothes and stuff like that, and went back to the house. Well, Apollo had told us, "Oh, it's all right. We can go back to the house." Gerald was like, "I'm not going nowhere else." So I was like, "Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there, and it was hot." And I mean, I just want to sit down and have a cocktail and enjoy the people. But I wasn't there for the kicking out part or something.
Let me ask a
Yeah, call
question
them. Tell them.
as we delve further down this rabbit hole. We're in the rabbit hole now. Episode 2, where y'all went to this good park to go work out. There was a whole lot to do and a whole lot to say when Malik rolled up to this park in these tight fitting pants, and everybody kept looking at this young man's meat. Talking about myself, ooh, was it really that much going on?
I wasn't looking at your meat.
You
Yeah,
need to
you
let
know that. But
that go.
who? I was not. I was not. I was not. Anyway, you know it. I was not looking at the leak. Child. But so Malik and we so when I was arriving to the park, I had already saw Malik because he had some other stuff to do. It was his birthday weekend. So I think he was meeting like one of his friends or something like that. His friend or family member, I can't really remember. And so he already kind of had like we kind of already met. Made eye contact and had a little exchange or whatever. And he didn't look like he was go. Like he didn't look like he was trying to go park because he obviously had other plans. Um, so his attire wasn't workout. He was going to enjoy his birthday. But I didn't think it was a big deal that his stuff was out. I didn't take notice to it until people brought it up. So
Let the record
maybe
show.
the girls.
Seen,
I don't know. I don't know.
let the record show. I have seen this OnlyFans footage. Oh, it's all there. I was like, oh, there's a lot going on there. I have seen this OnlyFans footage. I have. Don't ask me how I seen it. You asking way too many questions. I'm asking the questions here. But now you and Malik
That's what I think.
have had. Um, you said you knew Malik before the show. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think that perhaps because you and Malik knew each other before the show, that perhaps made you sometimes lean more toward Malik's side? Because I'm sure if I was speaking with Gerald or Jerome, they would say that viewers or even myself or my reviews probably um lean more towards seeing Malik's side of it, or being favorable to Malik's point of view. And do you feel like it's that way, or do you think sometimes maybe knowing him ahead of time and maybe being able to say, well, no, he's not really like that, more so than Gerald and Jerome and some of the other cast members could, that may have made you look at him more favorably?
A. 379A. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine. But do you think that maybe knowing him earlier than the rest of them maybe made you look at him more favorably, or have helped
Oh,
you
most definitely.
get
Most definitely. Most definitely. And so like though me Malik and I are still working like on an actual friendship, we had like a really great working relationship before because we worked really closely together with like rated A's and all that stuff. And so going into a group of people who I don't know and like because everybody on the cast for the most part um confides in me in one way or the other. And so I'm privy to a lot more, information or whatever. So when I'm hearing people say stuff about Malik, I'm like, no, maybe you have to get to know him. Like with Gerald and Jerome, you have to get to know them as well. But with Malik, because he has a bigger personality, um, and there are also other big personalities as well in this group, of course people are going to clash. But in terms of like me leaning towards Malik and taking this his defense, sometimes most definitely. I didn't know everybody else before I got there, and so I did know who I didn't know. I didn't know Malik was actually on the show until we met at Henry. Like, okay. Or what was it? Yeah, Hudson Green one of them places. But yeah, most definitely, I was definitely on his side as opposed to everybody else. Um, early on, yeah.
okay. Okay, I got you. On this show, you had they highlighted um the discussion group that you had. I forgot the name of it. It was um Netflix and chill, or no chill, or what was it? It was Netflix chill,
No
right?
Netflix, no Netflix is still.
No Netflix, just chill. I told you that I was misled by that title because Netflix and chill means the chill part is the bus down. And so I'm thinking, if you're telling me no Netflix, just chill, I'm going to a sex party. I mean, this is Atlanta that we're talking about. So I
Mhm.
just, girl, it's about to go down. But apparently it's not. It is uh, a discussion group and I don't know what happened once the discussion group is over. Now that you got all these menses in the same room together, I don't know what happens. But the part that we
Oh,
talk
this is a very controlled environment.
about, that work, how does that go with your discussion group? When do y'all meet? What do y'all normally do and talk about? And give us some more about that.
Yeah, so no Netflix, just chill is my empowerment that I started about 4 years ago. And so it's really more of a place where you come and let your hair down, so to speak. You talk about everything under the sun. Um, and most of the topics come from the participants, which I feel is really neat because I've attended a few other discussion groups that are like, oh, this is what we're gonna talk about, and that's it. And not too many that I've been have like are led by the group itself. And so we meet every last day of the month, and we usually meet at Jason's Deli, but I don't think they're not allowing people to be up like where we. So there was, on the show we met like on the balcony, which is where we usually meet. I don't think they're
Which
like
I know is Jason's Deli. Well, see, I'm up in the north
Midtown.
part, Sandy Springs area. So,
I mean,
but
that's
I
too
know
far
there's
from me.
Deli there.
Yeah, it's one in Midtown on 10th Street, like
Okay.
right across from Casino. But yeah, every last Monday of the month at 7 Eastern Standard Time.
So you had one last week Monday.
Last Wednesday I did
Last
not
week
have
Wednesday.
one. Yeah,
I ain't getting nobody's invite. Nobody's invite. And I told you. Remember, you came in my comments and talked to me about it. You said you was gonna invite me, and I never got an invite. Just putting it out
I would
there.
definitely invite, definitely
Say,
invite you. No, well, we didn't have one last Wednesday. With Atlanta Harmon, who is an organization that is also featured on the show. Who is actually my business partner? Cut all our text. Thank y'all. Um, they were doing something at their site, and they asked me to attend and speak and stuff. So we didn't have one last Wednesday, but we'll be back this month actually.
okay,
And you are more than
I'll be
welcome.
giving an invitation.
You are
Low
more than
guy.
welcome to come.
So
You might just put a mask on or something because you be out here buying kids, so and that's good town.
I need to put a mask on because the kids don't like
Oh,
me.
because you be out here dragging the kids, and this is
I don't be
Midtown, so
dragging. I don't be dragging people. I give honest commentary on what is
you be
going
like,
on.
you be like,
I give honest commentary. Sure. I do know there are probably some places in the Atlanta streets that I cannot go because some of these girls is gonna claw my eyeballs out. Do you hear me? They is claw my eyeballs out. Girl, I went to Milk and Honey down in College Park, and who did I see? From Chasing Atlanta. Oh boy,
is there a later
I can't
season?
remember. But they show gave me a death stare, and I was like, because at first I was there, and then they look like, and I look like you better keep it. Anyway. But anyway, so back to the show. I noticed that the last two episodes, maybe three episodes after they had the mid-season break, Jason, don't be talking about lies. Ain't no lies being told here, Jason. No lies. So I'm nice to the people on these shows, dear God. Ask Ashton. I've always been nice to Ashton. He in the chat. I'm just saying. I'm nice to Jamie on the show, dear God. So, but I noticed there were some new cast members like Roche is his name Roshane
Roshane, yeah.
Roshane and the girl I think her name is Carrie. She's trans. The girl with the braid.
I don't know.
Yeah. See how you don't even know who these people are.
I
That's
don't know
my
who you're
point.
talking about.
They introduced these people to us in the last like 2 or 3 episodes, and we had no clue who these people were, and was like, "Where did you come from? How? Wait, did you do the same thing, or did this happen after the COVID break?
Huh?
Did they come on after the COVID break, or were they always there and we just didn't know?
I don't know who this character is. Roshane came. Um, Roshane came later on, just as like with Carrie. Um, and so
See,
he
you don't even
came like
care. Y'all went all the way to New Orleans together.
I don't really like Carrie to be honest, and so I don't really go who I don't really care for,
Well,
and that's just
hell,
that.
wait, what happened? Now we get to the good stuff. So what happened? Tell me about it. She got
I'm
stood up because she
I'm
tried
trying
to
to
have
be
a date with
nice.
Malik. Malik stood her up. We saw that on the show. We'll get to that when we get to Malik's interview. But what happened? What did she do? Did she say she stole your man? Talk to her. Don't try to hide now. No, what happened? Why you don't like her?
Where do I start? Lord Jesus.
Where's
So
that much?
so there was so I think the icing on the cake for me, and we still haven't had a sit down. So this, I'm very much a part of this brain, as um, as I should, be or whatever. But we had to sit down and talk or whatever. Um, but it was the whole thing. When she and I first met, I don't really remember when we first met, but I remember our first interaction was when we got in the car to go to London together. And I was like, hey, and so she just kind of paid me. And I was like, okay, well, it is early morning. It is early in the morning. Granted, maybe she's not a morning person. Got it. So we're driving. We make a stop to get gas or whatever. And
Wait a minute, she got in.
huh?
She got in your car.
No, no, she wasn't in my car. No, we were
Okay.
no, we were with production, and so
Okay.
we had stopped to get gas or whatever, and get snacks and stuff. And so I again attempted to have a conversation with her. Just not what's your favorite color, not none of that. Just hey, how are you? My name's Jamie. And paid me dust yet again. Now this is like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We are wide awake. It was for a great deal of that car ride. I forgot she was in that. Like she didn't even talk or anything. And so okay, well, whatever. Fast forward, we get to New Orleans. Apparently, not even again, because watching it back, she actually did say, like she introduced her to the group. I just was not featuring her, and I wasn't listening. So, like I said, when I'm a fan of somebody, I'm not. You don't exist to me, quite literally. 63798. And so you literally don't exist to me. And so when she was talking, I'm like, am I back?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
And so I wasn't. Yeah, we're good. So I wasn't paying attention. So she was not. I was not interested. And then so when I asked her, I said, okay, so what is it that you do? And paid me yet again. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it?
I
Like,
mean, maybe she didn't want
is
to tell you she's a whole ass escort, a whole ass,
we not? But you were telling you told the people at the facility that I was not at. You told the people that, and so maybe you just didn't feel like saying that again. And by all means, your mouth is your vocal cords. You can use them however you choose. And so then I mean, I wasn't being rude about it. I wasn't being shady about it. I was genuinely, asking. And so when she paid me like she did, I'm like, maybe you're not my cup of tea. So then, further along in the season, she just does a lot of she does a lot of things where she makes a lot of side comments, whispers a lot of side comments, and then so when people are asking her, hey, wait, what was it? What was that? Oh, child, I ain't saying nothing. It was literally a time I was sitting right next to you, and you were
Young JoJo. Hold on one second, JB. Young JoJo, it's all over because there's a lot of bad storms. I don't know if you hear it periodically. There's a lot of thunderstorms here. There's thunder, lightning, and everything going on in the greater Atlanta area. So we're doing the best that we can. I'm sorry about the quality. I mean, we had a whole episode about this on the season where we learned that Apple phones are trash and that Android are superior. There was a whole episode about it.
That was not the conversation. Actually, the quite opposite. But any hoodles, I'm gonna let Malik come up when it's Malik's turn for his interview, and I'm gonna let him speak about that. He's the real person, not me.
If we can ever get to, but Yeah, I think Malik is standing me up for the interview, like he stood up Carrie for that date that she was supposed to be having for him when she thought she was gonna get bust down by his big old P, and she was left sitting at the altar where the other boy came in. Was that Roshane that came in and said, "Hey, girl, you gonna be all right"? No, you're not, girl. You want to all alter that pain, but he ain't come to give you nothing. Don't try to do like me. You know I have to do that on y'all reviews. I have to put on a whole mask because y'all be giving me cases, like, and I'll be like, these hoes trying to get me coronavirus on this goddamn episode. You know, I have to put on a whole ass mask to do y'all reviews. Can I be fair for y'all? They be giving me too much.
No, you had two masks. Whatever. What were you like?
I needed two masks one episode. I was like, girl, I need two masks because I just can't. It's just way too much fun. And it's always Jerome to me. As much as Gerald get on my nerves, at least Gerald is upfront with his shit. That goddamn Jerome, that motherfucker ain't shit. Now that's the motherfucker that you disembowel. That's the motherfucker right there that you disembowel. Cause he the motherfucker that'll make you fuck him up. Oh no. And what does he do for the job?
I'm not come on the show.
Does he have a job?
Huh?
Jerome, does he have a job?
He works for himself. He is. So when
Ain't nobody out here getting no tennis lessons in the middle of no goddamn COVID.
apparently he on Married to Medicine doing it, so I don't know. What? Come on the show. Invite him.
Jerome, if you watching this, girl, come on, do this good interview, girl. Let's go into that, buddy. Child. Ashley, let me know when you're ready for the interview, honey. You already know. Just hit me up. Jerome, when you ready, come on, the production. Can you get Jerome over here so we can talk about some things? Because I need to know. Because last time everybody I know that's a tennis instructor, unless you're a tennis instructor for somebody that's on a, USTA or something like that, girl, you have another job somewhere in America.
I know. I mean, somebody. I mean, he's
not about
somebody.
Him. This is not about him. This is about you. Let me focus. Focus back on you. Now, I don't want you to give away the reunion because the reunion is coming. But from the trailer that I saw for the reunion, these girls are out here like their name is Chitara and they are battle cats. Okay, girl, they are out here windmilling and dragging people. I see people in the middle of the street with shirts off, fighting people falling all out, and people getting clocked in the throat. And all. I was like, what in the First of all, production.
Oh Lord.
Production. That room was way too close for them to be together. And these people don't see it for each other. Jerome gonna be on there. We'll see. Jerome don't really see it for me. He probably don't see it for me outside. But anyway, did you get involved in any of the fights during No, don't tell us. We'll wait to see. I already know you ain't getting involved in no fight. Those of us with credentials. Those of us with credentials and careers have things to lose, so we ain't got that type of time to be fighting and carrying all of it.
I'm not trying to get none of my grant snatch. I'm not trying to get none of the money. Because I think about when stuff like that happens, yeah, I like we're human, we get upset. But like, it's unfortunate that we can't fight with our words and feel like we have to violence, like physical violence. And for me, but also I'm like, I have a whole nonprofit.
I say when your vocabulary is not that advanced, you ain't got a lot of words to fight with. So it's hard to fight with your words when you ain't got that many. What happened to Tristan? Like, he just fell off. He was there 1 minute, then all of a sudden he wasn't there. What happened to Tristan?
Yeah, 1 minute he was there, and the next minute he
Like, did somebody pick them off? Did production kick him off like they did Zay? Production, so we need to know why Zay was kicked off. I heard he got kicked off because he went on Imani Van's app and laid production out, and the production kicked him off and they got mad. That's what they told me. I don't know how true that is. But I just want to know what happened to Tristan. I like Tristan. He's cool. But then he wasn't there no more. And they was dragging him. They was dragging. And that's what kind of made me upset with Jerome and Jill. Like, all of a sudden, one episode, they was going in on Tristan. When they was at that tennis court, they went in on him like nobody. And I was like, that boy don't even bother nobody. He barely even say a whole lot. Oh, you looking like, nah, man, y'all just.
So he actually does, or did. He had a problem with you, he wouldn't confront you. He would go around to other people and tell them, you know, what his issue with them. He literally talked shit about everybody on the cast, myself included, who at one time I consider friends. And so
hold on one
Joe,
hold because your Apple is
okay. Well, now I know that you're going to be here, and I think they had tried to set up.
Wait, hold on, Jamie. I'm gonna give your Apple internet connection a chance to catch up because it's not Steve Jobs. I'm just saying Steve Jobs. You know, Apple. It's internet connection. All right, so he was talking about people. So when Gerald was upset with him, that's a little better. When Gerald was upset with him on the tennis court, you're kept talking to the whole cast about him. When Gerald was in on him on the tennis court, was that because he had talked to everybody in the cast about him?
You said what now?
When Gerald,
no, you're talking about. But yeah,
Gerald, right? Did he go off because Tristan had been talking about him to everybody on the cast, and that's why he? Oh, okay. It didn't come off like that because from editing and everything, it seemed like Tristan was just real quiet, ain't bothering nobody, and was good. And you telling me Tristan was around here doing a whole lot. And see, that's why it's important for me to maybe have a conversation with Jerome and Gerald, because only thing I think about them is Gutter Snipe right about the hood, like out of Bankhead or East Point or Jonesboro or somewhere down there, Riverdale, or somewhere down there with the lessers of us or something, Because when you listen, I told you it's a $2 scratch offs for me. $2 scratch off. But and that's why I need to sit down and talk with them so that I can get an understanding of them, because there might be a lot of stuff that we didn't see on the show that might put them in a different light. Because I was trying to figure out how is Jerome shading Malik's house, but you sitting over here in Gerald's house and that bitch ain't got no furniture nowhere. How the fuck you going all through people's house? Because he was describing in detail every, crevice and every corner of this man's house. You trapped around somebody's house. And you wasn't even invited to the get together that you came to. Did Malik ever have a part? Because the kids say Malik all put on a lot of events and he'll never do none. Did he have any successful events? That's what they said on the show. They said Malik ain't do not one successful event. They said everything Malik did, it didn't go through. What happened? Did he have any successful event?
I don't think he ever did like an official event. I know there was something that he collaborated with. He collaborated with an organization, the organization He Is Valuable. He collaborated with them for like an AIDS walk event or something like that. But I don't think we actually ever said
Remember, it was
or said,
something.
"Hey, y'all, I'm having this event."
Hey, Roshane. Roshane came in the
Hmm?
thing. Carrie is here too, child. Child, Carrie said what was said. She's in the chat. She said what was said. Oh, child.
Hey,
Do I need to bring these people up here so we can have a whole?
oh, child. I said, "Girl, I don't see you."
I,
That's what I said.
I ain't gonna do all that. Maybe at another time
I,
when production
I
tell
said
me.
what I said. I said I
Oh,
don't see it for her. She know I don't see it for her. Child. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. She knows that.
he said what he said. Hold on. Where's the?
But this
Where?
is our
Hold
interview.
on.
We can get to her later.
Yeah. Listen. Listen. Listen.
What
Where's
you
my?
said? You said, what goes the root
Where's
there?
there it is right there. There it is right there. There it is. You know, there it is right there. He said, I said, oh, what do you want, girl? Don't look at me. I didn't say it. He said it. What do you what do you want? What do you want? Chat. Why you gotta call people big nose? See, all of this, all of that. Really, Carrie, you doing all this. Anyway, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it focused. That might be why you out here throwing out names at people. Child.
Hmm?
I'm just saying, she out here throwing names all out, trying to call people named Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. Keep it cute down in the chat. Listen, my hands are up here, but I already know my mom. They have quick trigger fingers. They will tie people out. I'm just saying, Carrie, you just listen.
Oh,
You have your opportunity. If you want to come up here and do an interview and drag Jamie for everything he's worth, you have that opportunity. But this is it. We're gonna do this, and we here now. We here now. Anyway, did
you
y'all
think
get
I just
a
missed
good
the
reunion or was
track?
Carrie at the reunion? Did you make it to the reunion?
I'm sorry?
Did Carrie make it to the reunion? Oh,
I bet she was sitting next to me.
ah.
She was
What was
sitting,
said
when I
was
got the
Carrie.
official seating chart, when I got the official seating chart, when I got the official seating chart, it was myself, Joe, and Jerome, and to me there was a question. It was a question mark.
Oh, so you said
But,
Carrie with the question mark. Well, girl.
but anyway, anywho, I said earlier that I'm not gonna spend time talking about people that I don't really
And
care
back to
for.
what we
So
were saying. We were talking
let's
about
press
Malik
on.
and his successful event. And you said not have a successful event at all this season. I'm just saying what you
That's
just
not
said.
what I said.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what I said. What I said was I don't remember him saying, "Hey, I'm having an event." He collaborated with his value to do an event. That's what I said.
Now I remember he
You-
stayed with him, and they would production. They didn't let production in. Like to the they went to some of their. It was like a group session or something.
see, I
Um,
wasn't
I mean,
present.
my dirty mind went to they went up there and it was a good romp and hey, a good sex party, and they didn't want to put that on YouTube, and so that's why production didn't go in there. We not with the cameras. Production went in there. Let's be clear to get the bus down to the bus down, but he ain't going there with the camera because we can't put that on YouTube. And they came out and everybody was real happy. Everybody came up out that good thing happy. They was talking real good about that little event with all the men's that was in there. I don't know what was said. I don't know what was done. I don't know what bodily body parts. But what I know is, child,
I'm screaming.
that was one event Malik had. What was your favorite moment of the season? Your favorite moment of the season so thus far that we've seen? Because we still ain't seen the last episode production. But your favorite moment of the season.
Greg, you need to have Greg as too, the producer. Let's see. My favorite moment of the season. Um, See, going to New York, going to New Orleans.
That's your favorite
I
moment
hate
of the
that like
season?
a lot of it wasn't on camera. Um,
Yeah, because all we
Going to
saw
New
was
Orleans,
the
yeah.
fight at the dinner table. That's mostly what we saw, the fight at the dinner table that Jerome once again
Yeah, yeah,
stirred up. That was all Jerome. That was all Jerome. Like I said, he may be a great person on camera, but the way it's edited and the way he comes on screen, he is so unlikable. Like he's so
yeah,
unlikable on screen.
yeah.
But so you said, what was your least favorite moment?
My lead. I gotta pick another one because that one ain't came on yet. My
Oh,
least favorite moment would probably
I don't know.
be.
So they dropping
Hmm?
T in the chat talking about Jerome got DWI and shit. God, what the hell? Lord, I don't even know why people having
This
DWI.
why
Oh dear
this is why I'm not reading the chat. This is why I'm not reading the chat. Y'all get
God.
out your wrong face.
Maybe it's the chat. The chat is here for all the smoke.
This is why I'm not reading that. Mm-mm.
Your
Um,
least favorite
my
moment,
least
sir.
favorite moment. You know what? You know what? I actually, since we're here, my least favorite moment. And we talked about this. Like he and I have talked about this. Was Jerome actually say what he said about Malik living with HIV and stuff like that. So that would be my least favorite moment from this
You know
season.
what? That was so
Um,
stupid to me because when him and Gerald had that whole conversation on the balcony, I don't know where they were, who else they was at, but they was talking about, oh, remember they was looking at the OnlyFans and they started talking about, oh, how you
I didn't
having
like that
sex
one
upper.
either. I didn't like that moment either. I didn't like that moment
Like,
either.
what? This is not 1981 anymore. This is 2021.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yeah, I like that.
It was
Um,
so it was so ill informed. It seemed so ignorant. It seemed so like really because we don't know
yeah.
what kind of STIs that they have. Hell, it's easier to live with HIV than it is with genital warts or the herpes because neither one of those
Yeah,
have cures. Neither one of those have a cure. And all of them things put all kinds of stuff all over your face and all over your genitalia.
that is true.
Breaks it off. You go out here buying all kinds of what's the little drug, Abreva, or whatever it's called, that the kids be buying for their little herpes and stuff like that. Child, a mess. Child. But wait a minute, they talk. Child, yeah, Jerome need to come on because the chat wants to know about this DWI, honey. Annie, in the great state of Georgia, you know they don't play around. Mm.
Wait, what?
Child, the
You
chat
know
said
what? Never mind. Let's
DWI.
forward.
They want
Let's
to know.
forward.
Carrie, when you come on, you gonna have to explain to me this being stood up by Malik in this good in that good episode where he stood you up. What happened? We need to know what the story was. Malik, when you come on, you need to tell us why you stood that girl up. Annie. Anyway, um, something back up here. Just like, damn, man. These people don't like. This is why people don't like me. Did I tell you how? Okay, remember
I don't.
episode I think 2 when they went out with the boy to the Stone Mountain and they were doing little workouts, right? So in my
Mhm.
review, I was joking that I say they look like they just came from busting each other down and then just came for a workout. Girl, when I tell you he came in my DM and he's like, oh, you gonna have to come see me and we could do this. Like, girl, what are we talking about? What are we doing here? Fighting? I don't fight. Girl, I don't fight. We don't do all of that. We don't do all of that. Now I have 2 guns in my house. If you roll up at my house, girl, you can get blown off the earth. Girl, we'll fight. We'll do all that. So that's why I don't go to clubs because we can't fight.
Yeah, he's yeah. They said
Anyway,
that.
I'm here for over an hour and
Wait,
I don't
they said they got hopped in your inbox
huh?
saying that they hopped in your inbox saying he's gonna come see you.
No, it wasn't the date. It was the dude
Oh, I don't know.
that was
No,
with
who that
the
is.
date. Cause he was like, "Oh, I got people that I got a boyfriend." And I said, first of all, I don't know what y'all got going on. If your boyfriend think I have anything to do with it, come. If your boyfriend that insecure that he think that based on what I said that you was cheating, then you got a problem. Child, a man. Anyway, are you coming back for season two?
Production, can I say that?
Well,
Before
would you like to
you in the
let me ask
room, can I say that?
invited? Let me ask this. Let me change the question. If invited back for season two, would you participate?
If I'm invited back, yeah, I will
Production
definitely be
said you
there.
can't answer that. Um, wait a minute, Carrie. You talk about 13 viewers, Carrie, don't do this. Carrie, Carrie, hi, I'm El Teddy 27. I'm the, proprietor of this channel. You don't want this. Keep it cute. You don't want this. The people there
Well,
was there. Not
well,
the one.
Carrie had 3 viewers on her little intro thing that we saw her, but we're not gonna talk about that. But she's
Don't do
somebody's
it.
socialite.
Get your life in order.
You know,
I am
I'm
master of.
done. Anywho,
Don't do it, honey. I have mods for that. They take care of that. They take care of my lightweight. Anyway, um, but so you said you will come back. What is something that you want to tell production that you'd like to see more of in season two and less of in season
something I would like to see more of is what we're called to do, acts of philanthropy. And I feel like we did a lot of philanthropy last season. Is that it was more real life and less philanthropy being showcased.
two?
But yeah.
Can I say my favorite moment of the season was that episode when you went to that place where you said you had worked there before and you went there again and they had a whole new setup and they had a whole lot more stuff. I forgot the name of the place that you went to, and they gave you a whole tour. That right there was my favorite moment of the season. That place seemed so. It seemed like a really nice, when you talk about giving back to the community and being there for people in a city like Atlanta, where you have a high population of Black gay men, probably a high population of people that may be living with various STDs, STIs. But let's be clear, the girls be out here doing anything they can, nilly willy, which is why the Center for Disease Control is headquartered here in Atlanta, Georgia. But I thought that episode where they show all of the things that particular location or that particular spot does was such a great thing. Like I was really taken aback by all of the services from mental health to all having a doctor and nurses on staff and all of the different they talked about support groups and social workers. And I just was really floored. Job, placement and different things, homeless shelter. They had talked about having a shower and everything. I was really floored by that. I thought to me that was the best moment of the season for me. That was my favorite moment, my favorite part of the season. That's fine because I really enjoyed that. Like that is what I like. And I'm not going to get rid of all of the mess because the mess is a part of it. But I definitely want to see definitely more like that because that was a really good part for me. I really enjoyed that. What was the name of that organization? I wrote it down and I mentioned it in my review. But if you could remind me,
It's Atlanta Harm Reduction Coalition. They're actually located in the area. I don't know if a lot of people know where that is.
which area? Which
Bankhead
area?
area.
Oh, okay.
Bank. Yeah, so they're kind of like in the heart of like where they need to serve, which is really cool. They had an influx of clients within a couple months, just from like the upkeep of their um of their services and their building and everything. So yeah, Atlanta Coalition, right there on Joseph E. Boone. Yep. And
Now,
they,
now,
like I said,
now,
they
now,
actually
you're in the chat. Nappy Child, feel free to time people out if you need to. Feel free. Because it's gonna be feel free. I just had to talk to the head mod in charge. Nappy Child is our head mod. But BR Burr says, I agree. The reason I started watching the show was because I thought that would be the focus. Unfortunately, they strayed far away from that mission. I do feel like production did each episode try to give you some of it. Some episodes it was shorter than other ones, and I think it should be 4.5. Like that episode that in question, it was kind of well placed where there was a good portion of the episode was about that and some other things. Then you did have some of the episodes that was about the other stuff, and I do think that there is a comfortable balance that you can have. But like I said, that was one of my favorite episodes.
What I know is that some of
We'll let him go on mute. But yeah, Carrie, what we're not gonna do, Carrie, is we're not gonna have you in here being disrespectful to myself or the person I'm interviewing in the chat because I would not let that happen when if you were to come on here. So I'm not gonna let you do it now. My mod will take care of that for me. That's fine. Anyway, so what 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 do you the my mods have a hashtag. It says don't get gathered because they will gather you in the chat if you get out of order. Don't get gathered. That's what my mods will say.
I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I got people don't play the game. So, what if let's just say perhaps there's no more real life and philanthropy. This is the after the reunion, after the Swan song. That's it. Is no more Jamie on there. What do you want to leave as a lasting legacy for about Jamie from this show? What do you want people to take away from it about you?
Um, about me, I want people to take away that. I mean, aside from all the like, we like to have the fun, we like to see throw shade, some more than others. But a last thing that I want people to know about me is, I'm a person who loves people. I'm a person who loves people. One thing that I love to do and I try to live my life by is love. It sounds corny and it sounds cheesy, but that's literally who I am. I'm a person that loves people. You have to be a special kind of person for me to be like, eh. But yeah, I try to lead my life in love. I try to bring people together as best as I can, and I try to share love where I can. We have more than enough reasons to sit around and celebrate and be there at one another, and so that's not how I choose my life. So.
I will say you were, as some people would say, the kumbaya guy. You did try to keep things real. Like I remember in New Orleans when Gerald and Jerome tried to come at you with their level brand of fuckery, and you danced all around and like, no, that's not what I said. What I said was, They said, were you the one who brought it? They were like, no, that's not what I said, dear one. But I said, well, we do notice that you tried to keep things nice and peaceful and so forth. That's not my story. Let me help you understand. I've had it been in your head.
There and people have
I
definitely
know
tried
that
it.
you did take the gloves off of her. You did talk about Carrie. You were like, oh, I don't care for her. Girl, I like her. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. You like who you like. You don't like who you don't like. I'm interested. Listen, production, make this Jerome interview happen because I told y'all I need to talk to Jerome to see what his mind is and, just get an understanding of everything.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
they
text
asked
you.
about the trip. That was a going theme this season from episode 1 all the way through. That's why I kept saying, why do y'all keep letting Malik pray? Because Malik can't pray. And every time y'all let that young man pray, I think, God, who's going to hell today? Dear God. Stu, Jason Cole in the chat said, ask him about Malik's prayers. Um, just every time Malik prayed, I cringed. And I'm like, oh God, we're going to hell in gas paid cars. But yes, Have you seen the OnlyFans? Did you ever see Malik's OnlyFans?
You know, Malik is very much a Southern belle. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you saw it. So you saw it. I see.
Do I have what?
Did you see the OnlyFans?
Did I see what?
The OnlyFans.
His OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm.
No, no. I only saw what he put up. Yeah, no. I only saw what he put up. Saw that. And then I saw like a clip, but I didn't know that. No,
Mm.
no,
I
I
saw
didn't.
stuff on Twitter. We'll talk in the after show. The after show. We'll talk.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, where's the production? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So if you want to come to the after party production, you can come to the
Ooh.
after party. When we're off live and off camera production, you can come to the after party. Now,
Oh
don't y'all
Lord.
come to the after party. I might have to click y'all off for production. If you want to click the link to come to the after party, because we about to go to the after party in just a minute. We about done here, and we about to go to the after party. How long do I have to wait in this drive-through? Now you know what they say. You look like you working at Burger King drive-through with that hat and this. That was the chat. That's not me. It was the hat and that jacket. Because my chat
This
is
is why
I
I
don't.
don't. This is why I don't read the comments. I read the chats. I ain't got time to be going back and forth.
My chat is like me. They are here for all the smoke. They are out of pocket and out of order like me. They're here for all of the smoke. They
And
know
I'm
this
here
is.
for all of it.
You
But
know
I
how when
literally
people
don't
go
know
to
y'all
the
right
corner,
now.
you know how when your teacher would say go to the corner, this is the corner where all of the bad people hang out and all of the function and fuckery goes on.
I'm all
It's
for it,
cool.
but I don't see y'all right now.
Well, I'm glad that I am glad is I know you did watch my reviews. I'm glad you watched my reviews. I'm glad you liked or disliked them. I don't care if people like or dislike them. It's okay for me. It's just my honest opinion on what I see. Some things are for comedic purposes. Some things, um, it's
I
just entertainment.
got
BR Bird said they said they like you, Jamie. They said we like Jamie. That's what they said in the chat.
it.
Yo, JoJo says Whopper Junior. Which she no, listen. Do they even still serve Whopper Juniors? You know, you used to go to Burger King. You ain't had no money. Be like, I need a Whopper Junior with cheese cut in half, extra onion, and hold the tomatoes, no condiments. Because I don't eat
I don't
whatever.
even eat Burger King, so I don't know.
I ain't eating Burger King in about 10 years, so I don't know. Anyway, any final comments, questions, comments, concerns, or rude remarks that you have
um,
for me?
yeah.
I'm waiting. Oh, my question before you get there. The people want to know, are you single? Because I like the people to know in case they want to jump in your DMs.
I, I'm very much
You're what?
very much very
You're
much
very what?
single.
Oh, you're
Very
he's
much
single. So
single.
y'all can hit him up and develop a nice relationship and go on over there. Yes. Come on now. Come on now. He's here for all of these. He has time today. Anyway, you have any questions for me, sir?
Yes, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
You still think I'm a
I still think you what? I didn't hate
I
because
said,
you know your Apple connection.
I said, do you still think I'm elitist?
No, no, no. You're the elitist. Now, I said that on my review. As one elitist to another, I am truly, in my chat will tell you, I'm elitist. I look down on people like you're beneath me. Please carry on over there. I listen. Now, that first episode, you did come off that way, and I don't blame you because you probably walked in the room with these people that said to your friend, "Listen, these girls are way beneath me. They don't
You
have,
know what?
they don't have degrees. They're not credential holders. They don't have the caliber. of intelligence that I have and intellect, girl, they're beneath me. And I don't blame you. They're popping their head.
I'll cancel them. I'll cancel them.
So do I think you're still an elitist? Yes. You have every right to be because when you these girls, you have to be like, girl, you're beneath me. Girl, who are you? Girl, the people say they want to see more of your personality in season 2. That's what they say.
If you know what, and that's what I was talking to production about. I said if I were to come back when we spoke, watching the season back, I did see that, and my focus was to like showcase my nonprofit, and I think I did that. But where I lacked was, or where I fell at was, that's all you saw, and you
Yeah,
didn't
we
get
didn't
there.
see enough of Jamie. Girl, you could have been had
Yeah.
people all up in your DMs. You know what I'm saying? The people want to get to know Jamie. Get you a good man out of this. Okay. Just saying, even though I ain't a man, yeah. I did have a man and I broke up and we broke it off and now I'm single again. Anyway, I thank you so much for being here, Jamie, for being open and honest. I know sometimes as a reviewer, I roast, I gag, I tell, jokes, this, that, and the third. But I certainly am grateful for you being open, honest, and so forth here. Thank you to all of the subscribers that came through, everybody in the chat. We even had people from other shows that came through to show some love over here to you. So thank you to them. This won't be our last interview. We'll do more. You got to invite me to some of these get-togethers and we're gonna have to. Right, I'm a production. Set this up. I'm gonna have to come out. We have to do brunch one of these good days, and I'll come out and sit with the cast and
Aw.
let them. All right, big girl. I'm gonna bring my gun. Girl, see, the girls carry pistols. I don't carry a pistol. I carry a gun that fires rifle bullets. That's for the girls who think they want to come in and try it, honey, because we don't play them games, honey. Um, Jason Cole, a nasty piece of trade, honey. Get yourself a nasty piece of trade. That's what Jason Cole put in the chat. But definitely thank you, Jason, for being here and for being open and honest with us. Thank you, chat. Thank you, mods, for what you have done today. Y'all know I lean on y'all mods and some of my loyal, faithful ones, the Jasons of the world, and everybody who was here, Nappy Child, and all my regulars, BR Burns. I see you, Jason Cole, over there, young Joe. We have some new people in here, BR Burns, Jason Cole, Candy Look. I see you, young JoJo. All y'all people who were in the chat, thank y'all so much. Um, and so thank you so much. Um, until next time, that's all we got for y'all. We about to go backstage and be a part of this the after party and talk about some things that we can't talk about on live on Al Gore's Good. And until next time, that's all we got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.